So here we're going to deal with a standard systems of equations problem. In this one, we have 27 coins. All of them are either quarters, dimes, or pennies. I have twice as many pennies as I do dimes, and we have 297, and I have 297 total in coins. So I want to find out how many of each. So first thing, I'm going to be like Q be quarters, D be dimes, and P be pennies. Nice easy variables. And first off, a lot of times in these systems we're going to have what I call an amount equation, which is an equation representing the amount of stuff that I have. Q is the amount of quarters, so if I have the amount of quarters plus the amount of dimes plus the amount of pennies, that's the total number of coins, which in this case is 27. Now, I also have what I call a value equation, which is what these things are actually worth. I need to have 297 in coins, so the amount of money I have in quarters is the number of quarters times how much a quarter is worth. So 0.25Q. Same with the dimes. Number of dimes times the amount of dime was worth, so 0.1D. And pennies, remember that'll be 0.01 since we're doing it in dollars as of right now, equals 2.97. Okay, now if you don't want to deal with decimals, multiply the whole equation by 100 and you'll have 25Q equals, 25Q plus 10D plus P equals 297. That'll work fine too. Lastly, we need a third equation. We have three variables. We're going to need one more equation. I have twice as many pennies as dimes. So remember, it's pennies that we have more of. So P equals 2D. And here is our system. Now solving this, we have two choices. First choice is, I know that P is equal to 2D, so I could sub that in for my P here, simplify, and I've got a 2 by 2 system. The other option is to use matrices. So let's talk about using matrices. What I'll need to do is rewrite this so that it looks like an equation with P and D on the same side. So what I'll do is I'll subtract 2D off of both sides, and that gives me negative 2D plus P equals 0. And now I have my third equation. So this is going to be 1, 2, 3 that I'll enter into my calculator. So let's take a look at how we can do that. Okay. So I've got other videos on how to enter these, so if you need some more help you can take a look at those. And I'm going to go to matrix. Sometimes it's second matrix depending on your calculator. I'm going to do a 3 by 4 system. And so I need to edit. I'm going to edit matrix A 3 by 4. Now I'll put in the coefficients. 1, 1, 1, 27 for the first row. Next row, 0.25. So I only need to enter the coefficients, 0.1, 0.01, 2.97. And the final row, there's no Q, so that gets put in as a 0. Negative 2, 1, 0. And there's my matrix. So I'm going to quit out of here. And now I need to solve it. I like using row reduced echelon form. So we're going to go back to matrix. We're going to do math. We're going to go down to RREF. Right there. And now I got to put in the matrix. So matrix A, enter. And there are my solutions. So the way this is, the first variable, which was Q, I have 9 quarters. Next variable, which was D, I have 6 dimes. And the last variable, which was pennies, I have 12 pennies. And that's how we can get the number of each coin.